boys and girls, it's Miss Laura from the library. Welcome to Curbside Crafts. This week our theme is Let's Fly a Kite. We're going to be reading a story and then I will show you the 3 different kite crafts that came in your kit. Today our story is called Stuck and it's by Oliver Jeffers. Now in this story, a little boy named Floyd is flying his kite, but it gets stuck up in a tree. He has to do a lot of different things to try to get it out of that tree. So let's see what happens. It all began when Floyd's kite became stuck in a tree. He tried pulling and swinging, but it wouldn't come unstuck. The trouble really began when he threw his favorite shoe to knock the kite loose, and that got stuck too. So he threw up his other shoe to knock down his favorite one, and unbelievably, that got stuck as well. In order to knock down his other shoe, Floyd fetched Mitch. Uh-oh. Cats get stuck in trees all the time, but this was getting ridiculous. Floyd fetched a ladder. He was going to sort this out once and for all. And up he threw it. I'm sure you can guess what happened. The ladder was borrowed from a neighbor and would definitely need to be put back before anyone noticed. And in order to do so, Floyd flung a bucket of paint at it. And wouldn't you know it, the bucket of paint got stuck. Then Floyd tried a duck to knock down the bucket of paint, a chair to knock down the duck, his friend's bicycle to knock down the chair, the kitchen sink to knock down his friend's bicycle, Floyd's front door to knock down the kitchen sink, the family car to knock down their front door, the milkman to knock down the family car, an orangutan to knock down the milkman, who surely had somewhere else to be, a small boat to knock down the orangutan, a big boat to knock down the small boat, a rhinoceros to knock down the big boat, a long-distance truck to knock down the rhinoceros, the house across the street to knock down the long-distance truck, a lighthouse to knock down the house no longer across the street, a curious whale in the wrong place at the wrong time to knock down the lighthouse, and they all got stuck. A fire engine was passing and heard all the commotion. The firemen stopped to see if they could help at all, and up they went. First the engine, followed by the firemen, one by one. And there they stayed, stuck between the orangutan and one of the boats. Now firemen would definitely be noticed missing, and Floyd knew he'd be in big trouble. Then he had an idea and went to find a saw. He lined it up as best he could and hurled it up the tree. And that was it. There was no more room left in the tree, and the kite came unstuck. Floyd was delighted. He had forgotten all about his kite and put it to use immediately, enjoying the rest of his day very much. That night, Floyd fell asleep, exhausted, though before he did, he could have sworn there was something he was forgetting. What do you think it is? The fireman said, "Hang on a minute, lads. I've got a great idea." Oh my goodness, that was so funny. Floyd finally got his kite out of the tree, but he forgot all of the people and all of the animals and all of the other stuff that he threw up there to get the kite down. But the fireman has an idea, so hopefully they'll all get down from the tree. So now it's time for me to show you the 3 different kite crafts that came in your kit. So let's take a look. The first craft I would like to show you today is the popsicle stick craft. You will be receiving one of these bags, and in this bag you'll find 2 plain popsicle sticks and 6 different brightly colored popsicle sticks. There's a ribbon for the tail. There's some googly eye stickers to put on your kite. Now the way I did this was I took the 2 plain popsicle sticks and I put them on a little bit of an angle to each other, and I laid them on the table just like that. And then I used my Elmer's glue and I put a lot of glue onto each of the sticks like that. And then I just put the colored popsicle sticks on there at a little bit of an angle because I kind of want it to look like a diamond. So I just laid them on just like that. That's 3, 4, 5, and 6. You might have to play with the angling a little bit just to get it the way you want it. And then you'll press down really hard to make sure that the glue holds, and then you'll leave it for a while until it's all dry. Then you end up with something that looks kind of like this, and you'll see on the back I have the 2 plain popsicle sticks that are stuck there. Once it's all dry, you can take the ribbon for your tail and you can tape it on the back just like I did so that it looks like that. You can use your googly eyes stickers to give them a face, and then I just colored on a little smile. So there it is, your popsicle stick kite craft. The next craft in your Curbside Craft kit is a tissue paper kite. In your bag you will find a kite frame like that we've cut out of construction paper. There will be a piece of wax paper in that diamond shape. And you'll have a little bag with some tissue paper. There will be a ribbon for the tail and also some bows, paper bows that you can put on the tail. So let me show you how we're going to do this. I'm going to use my glue stick and just put a nice layer of glue on the frame for the kite. I'll try not to get my fingers stuck to it. Okay, so I've got a good layer of glue on there. Now I'm going to take the wax paper and I'm going to just lay it right on top. Hopefully line it up with the frame. And then press it down so it all sticks. Okay, so you should have something that looks like this. Now I'm still working on the back, okay, not the front. So put it face down just like we had it. And on the back, I'm going to put some glue. You can use either the Elmer's glue, or I think I'll use the glue stick for this. And I'm just going to put some glue on there, on the back of my wax paper. And now I'm going to use some of the tissue paper in my craft bag, and I'm just going to lay it on top of the glue. I've got some red, purple, a little bit of orange, all different colors, some green. It's kind of sticking to my fingers a little bit, but that's okay. Put a little more purple on there. And you're just going to put as many pieces of tissue paper on the back of your kite as you want. And I'll do one more right there. And blue one. There we go. Okay, so I've stuck some tissue paper on the back, but when I turn it around, it looks like stained glass, doesn't it? Really pretty. You know what would be great is if when you finish this and it's all dry, you can hang it in your window, and when it's a really sunny day, the light comes through and it looks like you have a stained glass kite hanging in your window. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm still working on the back of it, and I'm going to put a little bit more glue now at the bottom, right down here. And I'm going to take my ribbon and just stick it on there, like that. Okay. You can also use tape if you prefer. Now I'm finally going to turn it over, and I have these little bows that we cut out of construction paper. So I'll put a little bit of glue on my ribbon in different spots, and I'll glue the bows onto the tail for my kite. There's a purple one. There's the yellow one. And finally, let's do the pink. Okay, so it's all done. Isn't that great? And like I said, if you hang it in your window, it's going to look like a beautiful stained glass window. The last craft in your Curbside Craft kit is this really fun do-it-yourself kite. You'll either get the unicorn or the patriotic USA kite, or you'll get a plain do-it-yourself kite, which you can see I colored hearts all over mine. It comes with directions to tell you how to put the kite together, along with the tail that you'll need to attach, and a roll of string so that you can take your kite outside and fly it. When I was coloring my kite, I found that crayons worked best. You can also try markers or colored pens, but the color might not stay as well. Thanks for joining me today for our Curbside Crafts. I hope you enjoyed the story, and I hope you have lots of fun making all of those cool kite crafts. At the end of this video, I'll post our email address so you can send us pictures of all the kite crafts that you made. Now it's time for me to go back to work in the library, so I'm going to put my mask on just like you do when you go to school or out to the store or even here to the library. I hope to see you soon. Bye.
Let's go fly a kite up to the highest height. Let's go fly a kite and send it soaring up through the atmosphere, up